This is the Slate Podcast, episode 36, take 1, and Slate.
Welcome back to the Slate Podcast, where we talk about movies, music, and media. I'm Jeff, and that's Dariel. Welcome. Before we go any further, I just want to thank the 5 of you that are constantly watching our episodes. Thank you for spending time here. You could literally be watching or listening to anything else.
There's so much stuff
but you're
out
watching.
there.
There's so much stuff. But you're watching us. So thank you. We will keep growing this channel. And yeah, let's do this, man.
Yeah, please
how you feeling today, bro?
Subscribe to the channel. Let's ask them to subscribe. And click and just subscribe right now. Go ahead.
Just right now. Right now.
Do it right now. I know like 90% of the people that watch this are not subscribed. So
wow, that's a big number there.
Yeah, most people. But anyway, yeah, let's get into the episode. What are we doing here tonight, Jeff?
Let's do this. Well, we were originally supposed to review Mr. Tarantino's classic Kill Bill.
Coming up.
However, life gets in the way. I get it. So we will do that probably in the next episode. Today we're just gonna talk. We're just gonna go through some box office, current events, and we're just gonna dialogue. And this might be a short episode. However, it's it's fun. It's still fun to do this.
It's a podcast.
Talk movies, bro.
Yeah, talk movies is what we do. So let's do it. What is on the table right now?
Yes, sir. So first of all, let's jump to the box office, Dariel. Dariel, by any chance, do you know what was coming out this weekend? Just by any chance?
Like what was coming out for the first time right now?
For this weekend. Any movies that were dropping this weekend?
No idea.
Yikes. See, that's bad news for the movies that came out this weekend.
Yeah.
Because actually this was a big one apparently. Indiana Jones came out this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
And
I've been hearing
that's like a big character.
Yes. I've been hearing stuff about this movie. Not great stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Not good stuff.
Yeah. It's kind of weird because it comes out in Hollywood or wherever they premiere. The premiere comes out and the critics like watch it and they review it and they put the reviews out before the rest of the world gets to see it. So before this movie came out, I just been hearing bad stuff from critics who have already seen it. So it's kind of weird to me how like before movies come out, reviews come out and like people it's already buzzing and like, people are already having opinions before the general public even gets to see it. So I feel like we should go back to like let's all watch a movie at the same time. That's
interesting.
That's a little tangent.
And so, in some countries it even comes out like a week later or like a month later.
That's crazy.
So
yeah.
And then when they do that early too for the critics or the premieres, some things leak. Mm-hmm. Like for The Flash, at the premiere, somebody leaked that Nicolas Cage was in it.
Oh, dude, like for real?
So that got spoiled. And I also think like the director was out there saying, "Oh yeah, Nicolas Cage is in it."
Oh wow!
Like, for no reason.
I'm glad I don't follow. See, I don't follow those pages that are posting like rumors and like spoilers, leak stuff. I don't follow that stuff for this reason.
I follow like 20 of those pages.
Yeah,
on Instagram.
yeah. I don't know how you do it.
I gotta start following.
I mean, things get leaked all the time. Mark Ruffalo has leaked stuff by accident of Thor. When he was in Thor Ragnarok, he leaked.
He was live. He was on Instagram live.
Instagram live, like the first 10 minutes. The first 10 or 15 minutes of the movie, he just Instagram lived it. But honestly, it worked out because Marvel was really good at using those little things to like promote their movie. So honestly, just created a bunch of buzz. But yeah, Indiana Jones.
So Indiana Jones came out this weekend, and the box office is reporting that it made $60 million.
Is that good?
I believe it's. Let's see. Let's look up what it all depends on the budget of the movie.
Well, the budget and the expected opening weekend. Yeah. Because I know they will have expectations like we think this movie is gonna do this good, and then off of that, whether they just underdo it, they meet it, or they exceed it. That's how you know how good it's doing. Because I know there are movies who just blow like, obviously like. Maverick, Top Gun Maverick, that thing
Right.
blew the numbers that were expected, out of the water.
So I'm reading that it has a reported budget of between 250 million to 300 million. So I mean, I guess just compare the numbers.
Yeah.
I know Marvel movies when they first open, they make definitely more than that.
Do you know what the
I believe-
expected numbers were for that for opening weekend?
Expected. Let's see if it tells me here. No, it doesn't say.
Interesting.
Yep. But yeah, Indiana Jones made 60 million. There was this other animated movie called Ruby Gillman, Teenage Kraken. I have no idea what that is. I'll
the
be
Teenage
honest.
Kraken, is that the
Kraken. Yeah.
the
I think it's like a
Marvel?
DreamWorks.
Yeah,
movie.
DreamWorks or something. It's an animated movie for kids.
Yeah, that made 5 million, and there's another movie called Everybody that made 145,000. Oh, that's not a lot.
Yeah, wow, that's bad.
And then, so those were the new movies. Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse, still killing it. Right now is at a total of 339 million.
Ooh, all right.
Now I want to take us into another direction real quick. Dariel, I believe before on this podcast you said that superhero fatigue is a real thing.
Is
Now-
this an innovation? It sounds like
I'm asking the questions, Dariel. Listen, Across the Spider-Verse is killing it. 339 million. It already made its money back. It's made more money than Elementals, Transformers. Let me see. Yeah, more than Transformers, Elementals, and The Flash. Now, can I ask you again? Because here's my take. My take is that, and yes, I know James Gunn said this too, but people aren't tired of superhero movies. People are tired of bad superhero movies. Hence, The Flash, Ant-Man. Look, Ant-Man is cool, but it's not good. So, I want to ask you again. Do you think, when you see movies like Across the Spider-Verse do well, and when you see movies like Guardians do well, do you think that superhero fatigue is real?
yes.
Explain yourself.
No. I think I agree with what James Gunn said. I think people are tired of bad or maybe just repetitive superhero movies stories. So I feel like Marvel is a very big. Maybe he was taking a shot at Marvel. They're a very big, entity that tends to, like any business, stick to what works. And so they have a formula, and they stick to the formula. And maybe it worked at the beginning because it was like, oh, they have their own formula. They created their own formula to making superhero movies. That worked. At some point, you have to change the formula for people to still be engaged. And I think maybe people are tired of the superhero formula. And once in a while, when a movie like Spider-Verse comes along and breaks it in all the best ways, yeah. So maybe no superhero fatigue, but superhero, what's it called? Superhero.
Repetitiveness.
Yeah, cliche.
Laziness.
Yeah, storyline that we've seen a million times. That's what people are tired of.
And I'm looking at this list. So Across the Spider-Verse, like I said, 339 million. Then you have other movies like Elemental from Pixar, Transformers, Little Mermaid, The Flash. These other big movies, bro. Fast X, a big franchise. All those movies, guess what made more money than all those movies that I listed? Guardians of the Galaxy, Volume 3.
Yeah.
And this was another movie where you just know that there was a lot of care and love put into that movie, bro.
Yeah, I believe it's about to fall off of the top 10. So it's been in the top 10.
It's still. It's like 10 right now.
It's 10 right now, yeah. But it's not going to survive another week. But the fact that it's been in the top 10 for this long, I mean, that's a great run.
The only movie that has killed all these movies is the Mario Bros. Movie. But, I mean, that's Mario, bro.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, well, just because it's Mario, but That it could have been bad. It's just they knew what people wanted to see and they gave it to you.
Oh yeah,
Like straight
they
up.
threw every Mario Easter egg.
And I think
they
there's
did the
more.
Mario Kart thing, man. Like,
There's more. There's probably more to be done. They threw everything they could.
Oh, yeah.
You know this
Oh, yeah.
about Mario? Here it is. Here it is. You want the
There you go. Yeah,
the race, the car race? There you go.
you remember playing that? Here,
Yeah, there you go.
yeah, that's what that was. That's what that
Nice,
was.
man. And Jack Black.
So, yeah.
Oh my God, Jack Black as the pitch
Bowser.
song. Yeah, I just saw
Went
him.
viral. TikTok.
Oh my God, TikTok blew it up. I was hearing that way before
Yeah.
what I knew was. I was like, what is that? Like pitch, whatever that thing is. I just saw him doing a concert and he was killing it. Doing the pitch song
Yeah.
in a freaking concert, bro. And yeah, he's killing it.
I feel like that's a game people play too now. Like, if it can become a meme or something on TikTok, bro, it's gonna be huge. No matter how stupid it is,
Yeah, social media. But you know what? That has to be natural. You can't force it. People, you need to be ahead of it.
Yeah.
We've talked about this. Companies follow trends, creatives set trends. So you need to set up a trend. You can't just get on the bandwagon. By the time your movie comes out, that's old. Last thing you wanna see is like a damn Daniel, meme
Right.
on a movie
Well,
2 years after.
well, you know what's interesting? I was having a conversation with another friend of mine, and there goes fireworks. We were actually talking about how TikTok is so big, bro, and influential. So check this out. So this year, there hasn't been a single hip hop song that has reached the top Billboard chart, like number 1. And apparently that's rare. But the thing is that they're saying that it's because artists are just trying to make songs that will work on TikTok. But TikTok has guidelines and rules. So, there's certain words you can't say on TikTok. There's certain things. So they're bending for TikTok. They are forcing themselves to change for TikTok. And it's a whole separate thing, but I thought that was fascinating that we're living a time where TikTok is it's a thing, and it's going as far as artists changing what they make, how they make it, so they can succeed in this platform. That who knows how long this platform is going to be around, and is going to keep dictating content, even music, Well,
those kind of things is like you can't chase it. It has to be natural. If you're like, I'm gonna make this song and I'm gonna make this line so this thing becomes popular on TikTok. I've seen YouTubers who do music and they create a song and they're like, everybody share it, use it on TikTok, and they make their own. They take a clip from their own song and make a TikTok, hoping it'll trend. And it's like I feel like you can't really do that. It has to grow natural. Like you have to put out a song like organically, like that freaking song from what's her name? In a minute, I'm gonna need a sentimental. Yeah, that song.
I forget her name.
Yeah, I didn't know it was her, but I just saw it on TikTok. Like everybody was making that little dance, and it's like that's just organic. That people just take it. Someone takes it, makes a song, trends, and then everybody's doing it.
Well, about 2 years ago, and now we're going on a tangent, but that's good. I remember like 2 or 3 years ago, there was chatter of, you can just pay the 13-year-old Charlie D'Amelio.
Yeah.
And good for them, bro, because they're banking. They were banking because they got influence on this platform that people were making fun of because it's for little girls. But now you see all these artists sending bags to these 13, 14-year-olds so they can dance to their music so it can pop. That's crazy, bro.
The internet, man.
That's insane, man.
Times change, man. Times change. And now what I'm trying to say is what gets views. But, you'll never, like real artists, real musicians, you'll never catch them like just chasing the cloud. They're like, I have a vision, I have a voice, and I'm just trying to make art and put it out. And if people connect to it, they'll connect to it. If not, whatever. And that's why you'll see those broke-ass artists eventually blow up because they'll find their niche, they'll find their voice, hone it, and then naturally people pick it up. Like people can tell when something's real and something's just chasing cloud.
But the beauty of music is that in the end, there's one way to expose who's doing that and who's not. It's when you have to do shows. That's when it's put to the test. Okay, how many people truly love you? Can you fill out a venue? Can you do arenas? All these rappers, and that's why it can be a whole thing, but all these trap rappers, artists that sometimes annoys me how I'm just listening to the same song 20 times. When it's time to sell a venue, they're making numbers on TikTok, but when it's time to sell the venue on a Friday night, they can't fill it. And guess who's doing it though? The other artists that really care. Like you said, Russ, the rapper, he's a great example. He cares about his craft. I think he truly does. This man sold out the Staples Centers one time. That's where the Lakers play, bro, in California. Dang. Sold out. That's when it's like, you can see, okay, Russ is not making those big numbers, but he's filling out arenas. So, yeah, so. I don't know, it's interesting.
Yeah.
Those things get exposed.
Here's an episode idea. Those one-hit wonders artists that make one song, it blows up, and then you never see them again. I would like to like review, go through those songs and like find those artists and like what happened to them, you know?
Yeah.
Where
that's interesting.
You know,
I've heard of artists. I've seen artists that they go on tour of 3 songs.
And they just play those 3 songs.
No, I think they actually do like openings for other artists, bigger artists. But still, you got 3 bangers, bro. Come on tour.
Dang.
Come with us.
Hey, yeah.
You know, so that's how it is. But yeah, so there you go. A little bit of box office and a little bit of music industry commentary.
Isn't that what we're about? Don't we do that? We used to say it's about music as well. I don't know. Maybe somebody will want to watch that. What's the next thing?
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, let's move on. So the next thing will be, let's talk about Secret Invasion episode 2.
Take it away.
I know we said previous episode that we were just gonna catch up in the finale or something. I'll just give you a brief episode 2. Maybe not even a review, but just my thoughts. So in this episode, there was like a big quote unquote. And by the way, Dariel hasn't seen it. But Dariel fell off the Marvel wagon, so he doesn't care.
Well, you know, I'll come back when they can, wrangle me back. So, I'm not gonna. Yeah. I'm not interested in this show, honestly.
And unfortunately, I can say I don't hate this show, but I don't think it's a big deal if you don't watch it right away.
And that's coming from a Marvel super fan.
Super fan. I'm there every premiere. Yeah. It's still cool. I don't think anything big has happened. There was this big reveal, if you don't care about spoilers. By the way, spoilers. At the end of the episode, it's revealed that Nick Fury has a wife. And she is a Skrull. So yeah. And by the way, what's her name? The one that died in the first episode? Maria Hill? Dead.
How do you know?
Dead. They confirmed it.
How do you
know? They had
a
funeral for her, and there's actually a scene that I really liked. So, Nick Fury had to confront the mother.
I've seen. Oh, that's not the second episode.
That's the second episode.
Oh, I did watch the second episode. I'm sorry.
You did?
I did. I fell asleep like in the middle, and then I kind of watched the end. Oh man! I was really tired. Yeah, and I remember that I did watch it. I did watch it. Yeah, I remember that.
And I really enjoyed that because she was right, bro. Maria Hill, she was there from the beginning. You know, we saw her from the first Avengers movie. She was Nick Fury's right hand. She followed him to the end. And she took a bullet for him, pretty much. Yeah. And I did like how the mom, Maria Hill's mom, was like, "Yo, like, I hope losing my daughter was worth it to you. I hope you do something about it." So that was cool. Here's what I don't like about the episode. They try to justify, because that's another thing that's in the back of my head while I'm watching this show, is that just call the Avengers. Just call Thor. Just end this in 20 minutes. Spider-Man is in New York, bro. Just call Spider-Man.
They don't know about Spider-Man, man. Well, they don't know he's Peter Parker. But they
don't know he's Peter Parker, but they know Spider-Man.
Yeah, you're
Just
right,
call Spider-Man. He'll end this in 20 minutes, bro. But they kind of try to justify it in two scenes. One, he said again, this is personal. I don't want to get them involved and create like opposites of them. Like now the Skrulls are gonna copy them. And then at one point, what was the other one?
What?
Sorry, but yeah, never mind. So and the Skrull, the leader of the villains, I forget his name, but you know who I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
The main one.
Yeah.
At one point, someone asked him, "But what if the Avengers get involved?" And I didn't like the answer that he gave. He was like,
what did he say?
You think I haven't thought about that? Go on.
Yeah.
He stops right there.
Yeah.
I'm like, no. What do you mean? No, tell me. Why?
Yeah.
Because
he's like, you
me.
thought I didn't think about that? I thought about it. I know what to do. Anyway,
okay,
let's move
cool.
on.
Tell me. Let me know. What is it?
You know? Yeah. And you know what? I just remember, you know what I remember about that episode too? Apparently, they there was something on the screen saying that they have done testing on creatures. Like Groot is one of them.
Oh yeah,
Groot and somebody else. And then because I saw a video, somebody breaking down like, oh, maybe they have like group powers. And then this like screenshot, I think is from the trailer when the guy's like extending his arm, and it looks like the Groot hand. So and the thing is with this show too is like the secret invasion. They have been invading Earth secretly, and there's like thousands of Skrulls. They could literally be anyone, and they can take your memory, so they can basically impersonate you perfectly. You wouldn't know. So there are thousands of Skrulls everywhere. They're gonna gain new powers. So like it's literally an invasion. That's why he gets mad at the other dude, and they part ways in the train. So I remember.
It's a big deal. It's a big deal. That's why
they should get.
That's why I'm just not buying it. The whole, to me, it hasn't been justified. Of just call Spider-Man. Just call someone. Why do you want to do this yourself? And also, it's the thing that, and I know here we go, like the comics. In the comics, Secret Invasion was a big deal. There was build up to it. And it involved all the superheroes for a reason. Like, it's a big deal. Now, they try to take the same concept and bring it down a little bit. I don't think it works, bro. Like, I'm not saying it's the same thing, but it's almost like if they try to do Infinity War more grounded. The concept of Infinity War. To me, it just doesn't work, bro.
They're
because
trying to have
in the comics,
cake and eat it too.
Because in the comics it took, and it was more fun because in the comics it's the superheroes fighting against other superheroes, and we're finding out who's a Skrull, who's not, and but now we have a more grounded, realistic version of it. And I don't know, man. I don't know if it works. I'm gonna give it a chance still until the end, but I don't know if trying to do Secret Invasion like this will work.
They're just trying to have their cake and eat it too. They want to do the story of the Secret Invasion, but they don't want to do a movie, so they ground it. But then they have to find a reason why the Avengers are not in it, but without really having a reason to not have them in it. It's like they're trying to have their cake and eat it too. Like it just doesn't work, and that's just the problem that Marvel is running into after having so many movies and establish all these superheroes. How do they go back and just make a contained show with just a select few characters when we know the Avengers are out there? It's like, you know what bothers me too? Eternals. They haven't brought that back like at all. And it's like the Eternals are also out there, bro. And like, they had this whole, I'm sorry to go on a tangent real quick about Eternals, but it's just like, it was this huge event. The Earth literally came this close to ending. And there's this head sticking out and arms of the Earth, and they've literally never even hinted at anyone. If anybody's gonna have something to say about this, is freaking Fury.
Nick Fury.
So if that doesn't come up at all in this show, man, they're doing my movie so dirty because I do like Eternals.
Well, there's several things. You're right. I think we're still dealing with the aftermath of that period of time where
The bleep.
Disney had a different.
Oh, sorry.
The what?
I thought you were talking about the bleep.
real life.
Okay.
And I'm talking about real life things, like that period of time where Disney had a different CEO that wanted all this content out, all these movies and shows. The pandemic messed things up, and now we're dealing with the aftermath of all this. Here's a hot take, bro. You know that I'm obsessed with these movies, bro. You know that I love Marvel. I think the best thing would be if they went away for a few years.
Snap.
Just stop making movies. That's never gonna happen, obviously, but go away.
Could you just go away?
Just go away. Go. Get out of my house. And come back in 3 years. Restart the universe. I made a video on my other channel about this. I think you should just reboot. Yeah, because actors are getting old. I don't care. I want Iron Man. I want Captain America. I want Spider-Man. I want X-Men. You know, like, I don't care about these new people. No, I'm kidding. I do care, but it's, like, it's not fun to not have the cool toys.
What's that other show that's coming out? Like, it's basically Walmart Avengers. What's that other show? Thunderbolts?
Thunderbolts.
Is it
I don't care about the Thunderbolts.
Bro, I looked at the poster. I don't know if I don't know if it's a fake poster that someone made.
No, it's a real poster.
It's a real poster. So it's like Walmart version of Captain America, Walmart version of like everybody. It's like all these secondary characters. Walmart version of Black Widow, which I like. I like her, but she's not Black Widow, and like it's just like this, C characters. And it's like, who won that? Like we just came from actual Iron Man, actual Captain America, Thor. Like the big guns. And now they're gonna give us a show with like all these other kind of.
It's gonna be a movie.
Side character, a movie. All these side characters. Is it a movie? I thought it was a show.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be a movie, and
Who
that's
wants
the issue,
this, bro.
It's like, and I know they've been looking at this issue for years. Like, they were probably like, we'll address it when we get to it. But it's like, okay, when time passes. And actors are getting old, and we kill characters. In the comics, you just bring them back. But here, you have to do a reboot, I guess. And I wonder what they're gonna do. How long are they gonna ride this train? I heard somebody from the Weekly Planet, the podcast that I listen to, they said that there's a theory that Kevin Feige just wants to do all the stories before he leaves. Secret War, Secret Invasion. All these cool things, Fantastic Four, and then he's gonna dip. I say just start over, man. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Jeff. They're not gonna start over mainly because actors, and I don't blame businesses. Actors bring money. Like people will watch.
Actors get old.
Yeah, but they also bring money. So what are you gonna
do? Like Thor, when Chris Hemsworth's done. Are we just not gonna see Thor again? Pause.
I don't know, man. I don't know. That's
right. Like
that's why they're wrestling.
Are we never
gonna
see Iron Man again?
Well, he died. Spoiler alert.
Just reboot the damn universe.
I just want my Iron Man back. I just want my Tony Stark.
I just want an actual Hulk.
Oh, a Hulk movie. They never did that. Not really.
Nah,
they
did technically. They did.
Yeah, not with Mark Ruffalo. Not in the M. Well, I guess it was in the MCU.
Oh right, you're right. Not with Mark Ruffalo.
Not with Mark Ruffalo. Never gave us a Hulk movie.
Nope.
Gave us a freaking delayed Black Widow movie after she was dead. Man, they messed her up. Anyway, there's so much to complain about, but let's focus on the positives. I guess.
The positive is that we're getting a Fantastic Four movie. Yay. Hopefully that's good.
Who's the cast for
Secret Wars. Hopefully Secret Wars is good too. But
Secret Wars, Secret Invasion.
It's a lot of secrets,
Anyway,
Victoria's
this
Secret.
was supposed to be about Secret Invasion, and then turned into a Marvel
So
rant.
yeah, sorry. So Secret Invasion. So that was the big reveal, and yeah, that's literally how the episode ended. There was a little bit of tension between Nick Fury and what's his name, the friend.
Yeah,
Talos.
Talos. Yeah, it sounds like
Talos.
Thanos. At the beginning, I thought they were saying
Yeah.
Thanos. Talos.
No. Talos. There's a little bit of tension.
A lot of tension, bro. He
They-
kicks him out of the train.
Yeah, because he was lying to Nick Fury. So yeah,
can lie to
it's
Nick
a lot
Fury?
of things. You lie to Nick Fury. Apparently, there's millions of Skrulls, so it's gonna be interesting. I'm still on board. I'm not excited about the show. When I saw the trailer at first, I was excited because it gave me Winter Soldier vibes, you know, and Winter Soldier's peak Marvel movies, you know. So,
In your opinion.
but we'll see. I'm gonna give it a chance. Are you still gonna give it a chance till the end?
I don't know. Maybe not. I'll wait for you guys to watch it. If you guys watch it and you tell me that it's good, then maybe I'll check it out. But like, I'm honestly, can I tell you, I picked up Game of Thrones again, so I'm kind of in my off time. I'm kind of just watching Game of Thrones.
Emilia Clarke is in that too,
There's a lot of there's a ton
with
of
a
people
lot
in it.
less clothes.
Well, not really, not anymore. She was at the beginning, and then
okay.
which we can talk about sexism in that show. Every woman feels like at the beginning of their arc they always appear naked. It seems, and then it kind of goes away.
Oh wow. It's definitely
yeah.
on my list to watch for sure.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, Game of Thrones is pretty
For the
good.
plot.
I'm yes for the plot. I'm on season 5.
Oh wow. So you've been running through these episodes.
Well, no. I watched it before. I just picked it up now. I had finished
Oh,
season
okay,
4
okay.
and then I stopped, and I just now started watching season 5.
Okay.
But anyway,
okay.
that's a tangent again onto that.
For
But
sure.
what I was trying to say
So, yeah.
with that is like that's where I'm putting my focuses on shows right now. Ted Lasso ended, so I'm just watching Game of Thrones. If
Another
I have
show that's on
time,
my list.
you guys have to tell me that is because right now even you are like, it's okay if you don't watch. I'm like, then I'm definitely not gonna watch it. I don't have time to be watching shows that are not good and that I'm already in the first place not even interested in. So
Yeah.
probably not.
Okay. No, for sure. And I know there's people that probably love this show. You know, keep enjoying it.
Yeah.
It just hasn't been. I haven't been fully excited for these 2 episodes, but we'll see. We'll see. But okay, let's move on. Superman, Dariel. Woo! Superman, James Gunn. It's been announced that he casted his Superman and Lois Lane. I have no idea who these people are, but apparently Superman has been casted, and it's gonna be played by David Cornswet. I don't know how you pronounce that.
Yeah, car's wet.
And Lois Lane will be played by Rachel Brosnahan.
Mm-hmm.
These names are weird. Sorry.
Yeah. So
That's coming from Deadline.com.
they're not really known actors, I guess, like super well known. I know the guy from the Netflix show Hollywood. He's like the main guy in that. So I don't know how well that show did when it came out. It seemed like it was kind of popular. People were watching it. Well, he's the lead in that, Hollywood. That's where I know him from. And then her, I don't know. She's the lead on a show.
She's the lead of one really popular show actually on Amazon called The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
Never heard of it.
I've heard of that show. I never seen it. I'll give it a try. Maybe just the first episode to see how she does. To see because she'll be Lois Lane. That's like one of the main characters.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have much to say honestly. I don't know them that much. I'm gonna watch Pearl now. I like A24 movies.
Mm-hmm.
That was a movie from that studio, Pearl.
Who's in
So
Pearl?
I'm gonna give that a watch.
She's?
He is David,
he
the guy
is.
that plays Superman.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he's in that movie.
Now,
So
but
I'll
what
give
do
it
you
a
think?
try.
How old is he? This.
That I don't know. So he look. If I can just by watching his picture,
Yeah.
I would say late 20s, early
Well,
30s.
What's his name again?
Yeah, it's
David.
let me
There you go.
see.
David Carswet.
Currents. What?
He's 29. He's 29.
20, see, there you
Now,
go, late 20s.
I'll say about him, and he can bulk up, I guess, because technically, Henry Cavill, he was skinny.
Huge.
Well, he was skinny when he started. In Man of Steel, actually, not on Man of Steel. Is he? I don't know. I was just watching some behind the scenes from Man of Steel, and he wasn't like huge. He was muscular, but like skinny muscular in the first one, if you remember. He bulked up later. So
Yeah.
And I feel like for Superman, you kind of need to be bulked up. It's like he's supposed to be super strong.
He'll be under that suit too, though. Like
That's true. He does have that face. He has that
for sure. He's got
jawline.
that.
He got that jawline, but he is skinny. He looks small. He looks young, which might be what James Gunn is going for. Maybe he's going for a young Superman. And that's fine.
No, for sure. And also, you can lock him in, for like the next 10 years.
29
he'll
years
be
old.
your Superman for the next 10 years.
It's interesting to think about like these actors. I mean, they've been in other stuff, maybe not that popular stuff, but they're about to become household names. So their lives are about to change. And like you have to know that. Like when Tom Holland got that, Spider-Man, he knew, that's it. I'm gonna be. My life is over. Not my life's over. My life has changed forever.
My life's over.
As I knew it, and I knew a new life will begin. Again.
Oh, for sure. And you would think that that's right. Sorry to cut you off. And you would think that that's something new, because superhero movies are popping.
Mm-hmm.
But that's been around for years. When you land a role as a superhero, just look at Tobey Maguire. Changed his life.
Yeah,
he
knew it too. By the way, even back then, he was like he bulked up too for Spider-Man. Even still when he was doing the screen test, he was bulking up, and he talked about how when he got it, he was nervous, but he knew even back then it was a big deal.
You're playing Spider-Man, and also Hugh Jackman is another example. Like he wasn't as big when he got the role. And with the years, we saw this man becoming a freaking monster. Like huge.
You mean like in like physical or like in popularity?
I mean,
or both.
Both.
But what were you talking about?
Both.
Yeah, both. What you mean, like physically?
Because when you go back to that first X-Men movie, he wasn't big.
No,
he was all right, muscular, but.
Yeah, that wasn't expected. I mean, they've talked about, I've heard like Henry Cavill and Hugh Jackman. They have a couple interviews talking about that process to be all huge. It sounds so unhealthy because first of all, they have to gain all this, muscle weight and put it on and work out like, 9 hours a day. I don't know. And then they actually do a dehydration just before they shoot. They can't drink water for a few days.
Yep.
Just so that they lose the water and like the skin just sinks on the muscle. It's insane what these people have to go.
Bro, just CGI me. Just CGI me.
That's insane.
Are you kidding me? Not drinking water? I would be like, bro, just CGI. Just put some abs on there.
Yeah. It's not the same though.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard Chris Hemsworth went through that too.
Yeah.
And he was like constantly eating like chicken and like protein.
And I think this is not a hot take or anything, but he got way too big for Thor: Love and Thunder. I think people have said this, like he was way too big for that. And I think
you think he was taking steroids?
100%. And I think even Taika Waititi said like he overdid it. he overdid it a little bit for Thor: Love and Thunder.
No, yeah, he was big. But yeah, so like I said, I don't have much to say about this casting. Bro, I'm excited for anything that James Gunn makes. I think his Superman movie is gonna be really cool. And
you think he'll go for that humor? Because James Gunn is kind of known for that particular weird sense of humor. We saw it in Guardians. We saw it in Peacemaker.
Yeah.
The Suicide Squad.
I think he's smart enough to know that he's taking on a different beast. Superman is a whole different character. So I think he knows. I think, how people say, oh, this feels like a James Gunn movie, or this feels like it'll probably have elements that people will say, oh, this feels like a James Gunn movie. But I think he knows that he doesn't have to use the same humor from like Guardians of the Galaxy.
I guess we'll see. Though in casting in that movie, what's next is Lex Luthor. which I heard he's in the movie. We'll see who they cast. They're in the look. So maybe we should throw out a couple, actors that might be good for Lex Luthor. But
I was gonna ask you too. Have you ever cared about casting in the movies?
What do you mean?
Like that? Like, have you ever cared about who they cast in a movie? Like for example, I don't think I've ever really cared about who they cast in movies. When you hear rumors, the only time that I think I care, and I was actually like following the news on Instagram, was like back in the day when they were getting ready to cast the new Spider-Man for the MCU, and I still remember seeing Tom Holland's name and two other guys, and I was actually because I just saw the 3 pictures. It was Tom Holland and 2 other guys. And I remember one of the guys' names. It was like something Butterfield. I don't know if that name is familiar to you. He's been in other things. And I remember there was this other guy. And I was actually looking at the other guy. I was like, that's the one. I think that one. I wasn't even looking at Tom Holland. So I remember, I actually remember being in my living room. And when I saw the news on Instagram that, Tom Holland has been casted. No, I was just hyped because it's like, finally, we got Spider-Man in the MCU, That was an exciting time.
I was not into that news back then. But to tell you, casting is extremely important. And you have to get the right person for the job. Because like Robert Downey Jr., for example, that's Iron Man. Who else could have played that character like him? Especially like Tom Cruise apparently was in for the role. He had an interview not too long ago when someone asked him like, "What do you think about you almost playing Iron Man?" And he was like, "Listen, if it was meant to be, it was meant to be." He's like, "I wouldn't have done what Robert Downey Jr. did, and he was perfect for the role." So he's like, "I'm happy for him." And like,
spot on.
Tom Cruise, Iron Man would have been. Listen, I'm not saying that he would have done a bad job, but I don't think it would have been as good as what we got with Robert Downey Jr.
It would have felt different, like, because even the way Robert Downey Jr. talks, bro.
Yeah, he's Iron Man. Like in real life, he's Iron Man. His story, basically. But I'm trying to think, like, there are some times where they get it wrong, bro. And like it's very noticeable.
Really?
Yeah, like, well, even like Ronnie, the Iron Man's best friend, what's his name?
Who?
Don Cheadle.
Oh, Don Cheadle? War Machine.
War Machine, yeah. The first War Machine. He wasn't right for the role, I don't think. I think Don Cheadle was so much better. And like that's one of them that, I mean, he left, technically. But I think they ended up casting a better person for it. And again, that's not a knock on the actor. He can be a great actor. Just not right for the part. So I care about, I never like rooting for any specific person. These people, I don't know. For Superman and Lois, like they can kill it probably, hopefully, obviously, but
hopefully
we'll see. But yeah, casting is super important. You need to get the right person.
For sure.
Chris Pratt.
All right,
Chris Pratt for Guardians.
No, I was thinking of Chris Pratt too.
Yeah, he was perfect.
Chris Pratt was a nobody kind of.
Yeah, no, he definitely wasn't a movie star. He was in like he was in
Parks and Recs.
Well, he was in Taken. No, not Taken. The James McAvoy movie, he does the gun thing.
Yes. I know what movie you're talking about.
He just posted a clip of his like scene in it.
Him getting slapped.
Yeah, slapped with a keyboard, and I don't think he's seen the movie. It's not that much big of a movie, but he wasn't like a movie star. People didn't know his name.
Right.
He was like this guy from a show, but like just like a show. And now he's like, and then he got Guardians. He's like, people are like, really? Perfect casting,
And it goes back to what you said. Life is changed because after Guardians, he started getting all these roles. And it's like, man, he became a movie star after that.
Yeah, he's in Jurassic World and Tom Holland's making movies.
A bunch of other movies.
Tom Holland's making movies left and right. Like, people's lives change. Just like more opportunities come from it. So, especially now with DC changing, with this James Gunn new direction, this is exciting. I think it would have been different if they would have been casted before this with the all executives. It would have been like, okay, here we go. But James Gunn is coming in. He's changing things, and so like, this is exciting. They have something.
It is.
They have an opportunity to like make something different and set it in the right path. And these actors are like at the forefront of that. They're not like coming in late. It actually feels like they're coming in the beginning.
Yes. And I'm kind of looking forward to the Blue Beetle movie, even if it's still a little confusing. Like, oh yeah, this will be the first character, but not the first movie. Like, it's still confusing, but apparently he's part of the new universe. So, okay, I think that's it. I think we cover a variety of topics. Bro, this was a good conversation, bro. Like, we didn't review any movies, but it was still a good talk. We went over a few things. This is the end. Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe, please, and like it, and spread it around. Share it. Give some love.
Yeah,
give some love to the channel.
Yeah, just subscribe and share it. Yeah.
But that's it. Thank you for watching.
And cut.
All right.
You gotta say cut, bro.
I forgot.